my issues change according to people. It truly is quite something. And I am getting a lot of feedback as of late that just angers me. It just angers me because I'm the kind of person that likes to hit a certain mark of interest in, shall we say, not giving a fuck, right? And you want to be respectful to people that they're telling you something in accord to something you said that you wanted, and now they're letting you know that, well, because you do this, you can't have it, even though it's entirely a subjective matter. And that's why it teased me. It's just like, okay, you're making a subjective suggestion about what I do. And I've kind of reached my wit's end with people. Because now that I know what doesn't work for me, I also know that the thing that I hate about everybody is that everybody will just surrender to it because they want to succeed. And this is why very few people on the internet I consider to be authentic. Even if it has nothing to do with particularly what they're saying. This is an issue that probably also just never comes up because it's a boundary that's never tested. I'm sitting here just, doing as I see fit, and I am made aware that amongst the audience that would hear this, that there's a boundary. You crossed it. And that is why people don't think that they should share what they've seen of your work. You said it this way. You presented it that way. It was unnecessary that you had any of this or that. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I've seen motherfuckers with millions and millions and millions of views that do it exactly right to be a success. And you know what they never do? They never deliver the content that I can. Why? Because my not giving a fuck also keeps my mind from the conformity that is a part of it. All of this is being said not because I am impossible to work with. It is being said because most people don't want to work with me anyway. They don't want to sit down and have a conversation and talk about the productivity of the whole thing that gives me a reason to yield to the way I normally like to do things, to say, oh yeah, and it'll be fun because we're doing it together. This serves a great purpose. I have no problem making a handful of changes for this production. All right, that is what I think is the way it ought to be. And if I fail on that, then that's perfectly fine, because it's the internet, and the internet is terrible. It's just fucking terrible. Well, it's social media that's terrible. The internet's fine. Social media is bullshit. It's bullshit. Because the algorithm allows all the bullshit. I think my algorithm hates me because I don't think it knows what to show me. I mean, like, it knows what to show me, but then, like, it's so, like, strangulated as a feed. It's amazing the kinds of people that just aren't going to pop up in my feed. Right? There's lots of people that are doing all the right things, and there's always a sliding scale. I can be criticized by anybody who's got more subs than me, right? I can be criticized by anybody who's got more likes than me, right? I can be criticized by any of them. Because, you know, they're right. They're right in their world. And, I enjoy working hard. There's no slavery mindset here. There are not that many people that are using social media to liberate themselves in some sort of certain way. Because here I am with a market right here on a web page that definitely you saw on Facebook, right? That's really not too many fucking people. Most of us our work is just this hard work, and then the rest is just the important stuff, right? You take care of yourself. I've watched people fucking just give up because the only thing they had for themselves was thinking, oh, a YouTube channel. So I am just more content within being a solo act. Because you know what? I'm going to piss everybody off anyway. I'm going to piss everybody off. I'm going to piss them off. Because my heart knows. My heart knows a thing or two. It's gone through enough betrayal. It's gone through enough foolishness, my own foolishness. If anyone applied to There Are No Victims, Only Fools, it would be myself. That's why I always make the exception, because nothing terrible fucking happened to me. I was an out-of-control child, and, you know, I provoked minor beatings that hurt. Never left a scar, never left a bruise. They just hurt. There was just a lot of yelling and overbearing posture. And then, you know, then it builds a certain thing in the mind. then you're living in the mindset of a certain way that you think of your father. And then from that point, that's where the mindset comes in and the crippling, right? Because here, the paternal figure that's supposed to, be someone that you look towards for direction has now become somebody that you never want to be anything like. And so you go against everything that's ever sounded like him. Because I took that beating because saying no was so damn important. And I think that this is a big part of you coming into your maturity of building your world, from being that kind of a thing. I think that it put my nerves on end that everybody was telling me about the entire world's judgment of me because of X, Y, and Z little fucking things, right? You're trying to fucking take, a kid's very liberated reptilian nervous system and fucking box it in and all that nonsense. And I don't know, I was one of the ones that really, really, really fucking responded poorly to what was normal ideas of control. I became emotionally unstable. My YouTube is just as much about showing you how a broken man repairs himself as it is about suggesting how a broken world repairs itself. And you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn how to deal with the bare, raw reality of that. You have to learn how to love things that you hate. Like when my father beat me as a small child for having inappropriate behavior. And then you grow up and you realize when you see a little kid doing it, it's just, shit, yeah, I did act like, yeah, I mean, I could handle that without beating the kid, but my dad couldn't have. But dad had to do something. He just didn't know, right? And so, how many times do I have to fucking tell a story about where I came from, right? It's all right. What ultimately happens is people say is that, and you can't really talk to Steve about these things. It's just, that's who he is. It's just like, and I don't want to have nothing to do with him. So let's just move on. Don't even tell him. Don't even tell him. He doesn't deserve to know. And you know what? You have every right to do that. I have a big problem when somebody goes out of their way to satiate a curiosity that I've let go. And it's just like, hey, and do you want to know why these people don't talk to you anymore, Steve? No, I really don't. I really don't. No, I'll tell you why. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm moving on. Because I already know what you're gonna fucking say. All you're gonna do is confirm some shit that I already fucking know. And I mean in a gnosis kind of, like, intuitive way. Because of deductive reasoning and things like that. I'll be fine. Really. Because, I don't want it. I don't care how valuable it is. I don't want it. I don't feel loved or respected for being me. And I have dealt with that my whole life, whether I was trying to please people or not. And it's much better to not please people. Which then almost makes how much you say you care about the world seem like an absurdity. When you do get out there and you do speak of, like, you know, maybe people ought to not do things this way in life and that way in life. Because then all you're gonna fucking hear is from this, like, this guy is just like, well, he doesn't have any friends anyway, so who fuck cares? Right? Because I noticed that sometimes the only time you can show somebody's just like, dude, check this guy out, he's got like 1 million views, right? Like, you'll be 1,000,001. You'll be the 1,000,001st view of this particular guy, and he has wisdom because he has 1 million views. And I have no wisdom because I have 50 views. That's also a reality of YouTube. And it's a cute cosmic joke. And I have a great sense of humor now. Catch you later.